Hey everyone, it is the last day of 2018 and I think it's fair to say that for anyone involved in cryptocurrency, it has been a roller coaster of a year. We started off with the wave of the Bitcoin high at the tail end of last year, and we've kind of went in the other direction this year, at the end of the year. So what I would like to do in this video is reflect on some of the decisions that I made this year and just kind of talk about my experiences this year in 2018 and the positive and negative effects of that. Now, I will say that a lot of the negative things that happened this year to me and to other people in the cryptocurrency industry, I look at the positive aspects of it. I think if you had made the same choices in 2017 and finished off the year 2017 and sold off a lot of your assets, a lot of the coins that you had, then you'd be sitting here, sitting pretty. You would have sold your coins at a very high price point, having mined them or bought them at a low price point. Whereas anyone who's looking at 2018 is kind of the flip side of to that. So I think that it's very easy to sit here. There's going to be a lot of people on YouTube and Twitter and other social media websites portraying themselves as experts, saying that they knew this would happen, they knew that would happen. I didn't, and I think most people didn't know exactly what was going to happen, and they just reacted to what was happening there and then. And that's what I did throughout the year. I made choices based on what I knew and what I thought would happen, and a lot of the time it didn't pan out. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about, and I'd like to cover 5 things. First thing I'd like to talk about is starting my cryptocurrency YouTube channel. So I got involved in cryptocurrency around November, December 2017. I had dabbled in cryptocurrency like several years ago, tried to mine Bitcoin like many other people, tried to buy it, and then kind of faded away from it and didn't do it. But when I made the decision to do it, I kind of went full on. And when I started my YouTube channel, my cryptocurrency YouTube channel, I was already doing multiple videos about cryptocurrency on my other YouTube channel, my tech YouTube channel. And I was doing it a lot, and then I made a conscious decision to change the focus of my other channel, which at the time kind of focused on website development, and I rebranded it as Kev's Crypto Channel. And I do think that, yes, it's been very time consuming. I've spent a huge amount of time on the channel this year, as far as building it, spending time recording, doing live streams, and everything going along with it. And I spent a huge amount of money. I spent thousands of dollars, with equipment and other things on it, and I potentially lost thousands of dollars by the time I spent on it, rather than working on my websites and for clients, etc. But I had a fantastic time, and it's one of the best things I did. For me as well, I really want to learn about cryptocurrency, and the the enjoyment that I've had from starting the channel, establishing it, getting to know some of you guys through the comment area, through live streams, etc., and some other people at a conference as well. It's been fantastic, and for me as well, I think it is a really good excuse for me to stay plugged in, read news all the time, learn more. It was a driving force behind me to learn more about cryptocurrency, and not just kind of jump in and out, which is perhaps what I might have done if I didn't have a cryptocurrency YouTube channel. I might have been doing the mining, being focused on it, but then kind of drift in and out like a lot of people do. But this gave me an excuse, it gave me a reason, it gave me a kick up the ass to stay focused, to read news, to learn more, and stay educated about it. But I'm certainly not going to sit here and say I'm the best the best YouTuber out there in the crypto world. I'm certainly not the most knowledgeable when it comes to development and working on projects and things like that. But I am aware of what I know and what I don't know, and I am still I'm still looking to learn more. That's one of the things that I learned from going to the conference in Vegas in November, is that you think you know a lot, and then you talk to these other people and they're on another level when it comes to development and what's going to happen in the industry. And it's been great, to see, if I reflect back to where I was a year ago and what I knew, I thought I knew a lot, but then, as time goes by, you realise that you are still kind of, you're still a little green, and you're still a little bit of a beginner. And in many ways I still am a beginner, but I've learned a lot this year. So I think starting my cryptocurrency YouTube channel, I think it was a very good thing. I think it was a positive thing. Yes, I've spent a lot of money on it. I've potentially lost money on it, and YouTube makes next to nothing. But yeah, overall, very positive experience. Very glad that I did what I did. And in 2019, I am going to be spending more time on my websites and try to make money other ways online. But I'm certainly going to continue to maintain my YouTube channel in 2019 because I enjoy it and I love connecting with everyone. And the second, I've actually got a note of some of these things here. The second thing in 2018 I'd like to reflect on is kind of a continuation of number one as far as my YouTube channel goes, is that one of the best things that I did this year was live streams. Live streams are probably one of the most enjoyable aspects of running a YouTube channel, for me anyway. And yes, I know the irony here, this is a pre-recorded video. It's just me talking to the camera because I knew that if I did this video live, I'd be chatting to people. But yeah, live streams is one of the most enjoyable aspects of running my YouTube channel, whether it's streaming from my phone or sitting upstairs at my desk. Live streaming is something I'd like to incorporate more into my YouTube channel into the future. It's always good fun. And one of the reasons that I want to focus on some other things over the next few months as far as my work goes, as far as my websites and all that kind of thing goes, is so that I can save up enough money to spend a few grand to buy proper camcorders and streaming equipment to make my live streams more professional. It's always fun, doing the live streams, and I think the live streams are probably where I got to know people the most in the live streams, interacting back and forth. And I'm quite lucky in that regard as well with regards to my channel and my live streams, is that I've got a lot of knowledgeable people who follow my channel. A lot of people that are a lot more knowledgeable about mining than I am that help me along the way. A lot of people who are traders and they know aspects about cryptocurrency that I don't. So I've been quite lucky as well that when I've been doing my live streams, I'm interacting with people who are perhaps a level above. It's certainly one of the most enjoyable aspects of my YouTube channel. And of course, if you've got a YouTube channel or you've ever dabbled in YouTube, there's a lot of spammers, there's a lot of idiots that post comments, racist comments, abusive comments. It's unfortunately par for the course, if you've got a YouTube channel. But thankfully, the good guys outweigh the bad guys. So yeah, YouTube channel and in particular, live streams has been one of the most kind of rewarding experiences of running the YouTube channel in 2018. Now, next on the list, number 3 of 5 is mining. So, if you look at my mining experience this year, I guess you could say it is, that's the definition of a roller coaster. I invested, I don't even know exactly how much, like 10 to 15 grand in mining equipment at the end of 2017, December 2017 to January 2018. I went up to 30 GPUs. I had 4 mining rigs and 2 GPUs in my main PC at the time as well, 2 1080 Ti's. I had a lot of hash power and it allowed me to mine a lot of different coins. Over time, I realised that I'd have to scale down the operation because of the returns were going down. So electricity costs in the UK became more of a factor. I think that from a mining point of view, I probably got out of it a little bit late. I'm sitting right now, I've got 2 GPUs left out of 30 at the end of the year. So I've got 2 out of the 30 that I had at the start of the year. And I think that I got out of the game probably a little bit too late. I was still selling GPUs in September, October, November is when I sold them all. And I think that I probably should have sold them a little bit earlier. If I reflect back, I was considering scaling down my operation a little bit around May when I saw some news about the Z9 Mini coming out and all that kind of thing. But I didn't. But I think overall I've got zero regrets about what I did, because what I did, the first 3-4 months of mining, I was really learning about everything related to mining. The technical aspect of actually building mining equipment is very simple. If you've ever built a PC, it's actually easier because you don't have to fit it into a PC case. You just hang it up. It's really easy. But as far as dealing with keeping a mining operation running and running smoothly, that was something that I refined over the first couple of months, first 4 or 5 months of the year. I changed my setup a lot of time. I started off with Awesome Miner. I kind of migrated to Hive OS. I played around with some other operating systems. I jumped around lots of different pools and I learned about parameters and all these different things. And for the first 4 or 5 months, every week I was learning something new and refining it and making it better and just learning more about it. And I think even though I've scaled down the operation and pretty much got out of the mining game, I think that what I've learned this year is going to serve me well in 2019, 2020, 21, 22, right into the future. I think what I've learned this year gives me a really good understanding of how it all works and how it all ties together. And whatever happens with mining, I think it could become a little bit less relevant over time. But I think what I've learned this year will help me in my future investments and my future involvement in cryptocurrency. So again, I don't want people to think that I'm just trying to put a positive spin on everything, but I think that you have to acknowledge the fact that in your first real year, your first solid year in cryptocurrency, you're going to make mistakes. And it's not whether you do make those mistakes, because you will, it's how you learn from them. So you really do want to just try and limit your losses. But sometimes when you make certain mistakes, I think that they'll save you more money in the long run. And so I can look back at this year and say, well, I should have got out of mining earlier. Or perhaps some people might say, well, you shouldn't have got involved in mining in any shape or form. But I'm glad I did. I didn't really lose too much per se as far as what I sold them at. I learned a lot, and the knowledge that I learned this year from mining, I think, is going to serve me well over the next few years, and it could turn out to be prices. And a natural evolvement from there would be on to point 4 of 5. This is all official now. Point 4 of 5, which would be the coins that I bought. Oh dear. So I've had a few successes this year as far as mining some coins. I said coins I bought there. I think it's probably better to say the coins that I mined, because the coins that I bought aren't really, that's not really correct. I need to correct myself there, because when I bought coins, I was really buying coins that I was using the profits from other coins that I mined. So I would say that the coins that I mined and then used those profits. But the coins that I mined this year and then sold, I had a couple of successes. I had a couple of ones where I mined and then I sold them a few weeks later at a profit, or a month or two later and I sold it. There's others that I mined and I only broke even. And considering that for many months at the start of the year, I was really experimenting. I was jumping between different coins. I was trying to get in at the start with a lot of new projects. Considering that I did that and the risks involved with that, I don't think I did too bad. And again, if I had taken those risks in 2017, mined the coin of a new project for a couple of months and then sold at the end of the year, I'd be sitting very pretty. But unfortunately in 2018, the market went the other way. So taking that into account, I didn't do that bad. But I did make a lot of stupid decisions in hindsight. The first month or so this year, I was mining Ethereum. But then I fell into the hype of the Bitcoin private projects. I mined Zed Classic for a month, and that was donated to them. And then I bought some more Bitcoin private as well. I've not got a ton of Bitcoin private, but I think anyone who was involved in that whole thing, from start to finish, although there's some good team members in that project, I think investing in that project was certainly a major mistake. Everyone who's involved in it really did get screwed over, and they believed the hype, and we got kind of scammed in a way. And there are good people in that project. There's good people in every project, bad people in every project as well, I guess. But yeah, that's certainly one of the major mistakes. And I made some other mistakes as well as far as the coins that I mined as well. VTL, Vertical Coin as well. This is one that I've not really touched upon too much, but a few months ago I talked about it because I put some into a shared node. And basically there was like 4 or 5 people there. They actually came to me and they were asking to do an interview, etc. And they kept messing me around. They wouldn't arrange it. And then one day the CEO of the company messaged me and it was like, I've moved to another company. I'm now the marketing guy. So the CEO of that coin moved to another project and was now the marketing guy. And I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Whilst I was in Vegas, this is when it all happened. So I was in Vegas. I wasn't checking my coins. I wasn't checking what was happening. This is when the crap hit the fan, to put it nicely, and they just abandoned the project. Every single one of the developers just abandoned the project, and it was. I'm not saying it was worth a huge amount. Maybe I had like $400, $500 worth, and overnight it went down to pretty much zero. It's worthless now. It's absolutely worthless. So that was another mistake that I made, and yeah, there was a couple of coins like that with basically they went down to zero. I was quite lucky in some regards with the coins that I mined and the coins that I kind of mined, sold and traded for other coins. And so much as that, because I was, because I had a YouTube channel, because I was, had my finger on the pulse, so to speak, I normally got out a little bit earlier and transferred it into something else. So I didn't lose too much. So again, I invested in a couple of good coins this year. I did have some mistakes, and I certainly, Bitcoin Private's a mistake, Vertical Coin was a mistake, and a few other small coins that I mined as well, which turned out to be worthless. But considering how much people got wrecked in 2018, I think in the grand scale of things, I've did okay. I think I've did okay. And again, maybe you're looking at this positively, but that's the way that I'm looking at it. I think that I picked more winners than losers. At least kind of evened out. Bitcoin Private was certainly a big mistake, but I think even the lessons that I learned from investing in Bitcoin Private will make me more critical, more suspicious in the future about future projects. It's one of those ones you just have to put your hands up and go, I believe the hype, and I shouldn't have. But I think everyone can, say that, whether it was 2018, whatever year, 2017, 16, whatever. I'm sure everyone believed into the hype of a project, and then that project didn't deliver. And I've talked about this a lot about new projects, new coins. They'll say anything in the roadmap and then they don't deliver. So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I'm sure we all did. But I think the mistakes that I made will hopefully serve me well in the future. So number five, as far as reflecting over my choices in 2018, one of the biggest decisions that I made in 2018 was to get involved in the SafeCoin project. And there's something I'd like to touch upon in the future, as far as, there's always going to be a kind of grey area with me because I'm a YouTuber. The founder, Jeff Galloway, has always said, listen, you say what you want, we've got no influence over what you did. But I do realise there's always going to be a kind of grey area with maybe a conflict of interest, as far as I shouldn't be able to say something as a partnership. But that's really the only negative I can really think about this, about that whole journey, the whole experience of joining the SafeCoin team. I think as a whole, I was hesitant at first, but I think as a whole, joining the SafeCoin team was probably one of the best things I did in 2018. And not just joining the team, but mining the coin for a few months as well. I'm really confident about the coin in the future. But forgetting about the coin and the project and investment side of things, just joining the team was really good. In the last month or so, I've maybe not been helping out as much as I really should have since Vegas. I've really not chipped in as much as I should have as far as the blog, etc. But I think over the course of the year, it's been a fantastic decision. It's been a really positive experience for me to join the team, as far as helping out with the project, as far as getting to know other developers, and about seeing how it all works. Again, it's all about learning. And I do think, I'm just like anyone else, I'm critical of a lot of projects as well. But I do think as well that there's a lot of people that spend all their time criticising other projects. And sometimes you do have to really see things from their side. And there's a part of me that just thinks, well, put up or shut up, contribute, chip in, help out with the blog, help out in the Discord, help out with the project if you really do believe in the project, rather than just criticising every single thing that they do. Because sometimes you don't realise, I'm talking about myself here, before I joined the SafeCoin team, you don't realise that every single announcement, every single little decision isn't really a little decision. There's a team of people that have talked about the pros and the cons, and they've looked at what will happen if we do this, what will happen if we do that, and they've really looked at every aspect of it, every angle there. And then, weeks of work might only be one announcement. And I think joining the SafeCoin team has been great. Everyone in the team is fantastic. Jeff's leading a really good ship. He's a workaholic pretty much. It's been fantastic, and I think the connections that I will make, not only through, with the people in the SafeCoin team, but through the SafeCoin project, as far as going to conferences, as far as meeting people, and as far as, again, seeing the other side of the curtain, seeing how it all works. I think a lot of people, come into cryptocurrency and they look at it, I'm a trader, or I'm a miner, or I'm this, or I'm that. But I think it does pay to, kind of be a jack of all trades as far as understanding the trading side, understanding the mining side, and making connections in the industry, because this industry is based on knowledge. Yes, it's based on hype as well, but it's based on knowledge. And if you can make a lot of connections in the industry, maybe you'll know what's going to happen before the penny drops. And maybe that means buying into a project that you hear some things through the grapevine, or maybe it means dropping some of your coins from a project as well. But I just think overall, the experience of being involved in the SafeCoin team has been fantastic. The investment side of it, I'm really confident about it as well. And if you go back to before I joined the team, I talked about it extensively in live streams and in a couple of videos. I had a lot of reservations about joining the team as far as remaining impartial as a YouTuber, because that is very important. But I think that the pros greatly outweigh the cons. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future in the next few years, because in cryptocurrency things change in days, in weeks. Things change so quickly. So it's really hard for me to predict where that coin will be, where SafeCoin will be in a few years, and my involvement will be in that project, whether I'll still be in the blog or whether I'll be doing something else or what. But reflecting back this year, I think it was, in hindsight, a really good decision. I'm really happy with joining the team. So to summarise, my choices of 2018. Yes, it's been an absolute killer of a year as far as cryptocurrency goes, but I started my YouTube channel, which was positive. I've did a lot of live streams. I'm hoping to do a lot more in 2019. That was positive. The mining side of it, I went full on, learned everything about it, scaled down my operation to the point where I don't mine anymore. But what I will take with me, in addition to the losses, is the knowledge of what I learned from mining. So I do have an understanding of it all. I made a lot of mistakes with the coins I bought, with the coins I mined, the coins that I bought from the profits, from the coins that I mined. I made some mistakes, but again, I do think that you do have to look at, especially in the beginning, I think you have to look at the positive aspects of all this and realise that you will make mistakes. And the real thing, the thing that you really have to focus on is not making those same mistakes again. That's really the important thing, because you're all going to make mistakes. And if you look at past projects, there's a lot of good projects that went down the crapper and went down to nothing, or other good projects that look good on paper that didn't deliver. And you don't always get these things right. You really don't always get these things right. There's been a lot of projects where I've looked at it and I said, this looks terrible, and then they proved me wrong. Whether it was because they didn't have a website, they didn't have a white paper, they didn't have something. I decided not to invest in it, not to mine the coin, and then that project turned out to be pretty good. Can't always pick winners, but really it's about spreading risk and learning. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself over and over again, but I think when you've went through a year like 2018, where it started off around the $20,000 mark and it's dipped all the way down to like 3.5 at one point, I think you do have to look at the positives, and you also have to remember cryptocurrency is here to stay. I remain bullish about cryptocurrency. And I know that a lot of people perhaps looked at the fact that I was selling my mining equipment, that I was getting out of it. I remain super positive about blockchain technology. I remain confident that cryptocurrency is going to start being adopted on a mass scale. It's going to start to be integrated into stores and services and into everyday life. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it all works. So without being too cheesy, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, but I would like to say thank you to everyone who supported the channel this year. You guys know who you are. All the trolls can go do one, but all the guys that have supported this channel, I do appreciate it. I'm hoping to keep it up in 2019, keep up the momentum as far as the channel goes. But yeah, I do appreciate all the support, guys, without being too cheesy. I do appreciate everyone that's emailed me news articles and shared the videos and clicked like and recommended my videos to other people. I do appreciate it. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. It is one of the most rewarding aspects of YouTube to have people that support your channel and support you along the way. So thanks for that. I hope you've had a fantastic Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic New Year as well. And here's hoping in 2019 turns out to be a good year for all of us and we all make good money. And that's really what I'm hoping to do on my channel, is to share my experiences in cryptocurrency, positive or negative, share all those experiences, pass on anything that I learned to you guys. Anything that you teach me, I can hopefully, learn about it and then, do a video about it and help others. And hopefully this will educate all of us and we'll hopefully make more money. Stay away from all those shills and all the guys that are just pushing crap coins, and hopefully we'll we'll continue to be critical, we'll continue to research into good projects, and hopefully we'll make good money in the future. Thanks for watching again, guys. Thanks for all the support. Have a fantastic new year, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.